Good evening, Professor Tatum. I'm sorry, it's because I don't have nothing else to hold my laptop from my phone. Let me just get right. Sorry. Violating social norms. Statement of the problem today. The problem is going to be I'm going to violate this norm that my family is very accustomed of me dressing normally always. But this time I'm going to dress differently from what I always wear shorts and regular shirt. I'm gonna be wearing something way unique. I'm gonna go to my mom, my dad, my grandpa, and my brothers and sister and throw them off. And keep in mind, it's a Christian household, so that's gonna cause a problem. Define the norm you will violate. I will violate deviance in a Christian household. Deviance doesn't really have to be crime, but a rule breaker for society, depending where you live. Like if I wore women's clothes to a men's sports bar, what's gonna happen then? I'm a man wearing girls' clothes. Then I'm gonna be kicked out, made fun of, ridiculed, bashed, maybe even get shot because people don't like the way I look. Or going to an all-boys school, like a private boys' school, where a lot of alpha males are gonna be running around, and I'm gay. They're gonna think, "Why? What are you doing here? You're not a blonde. You guys like females." Describe briefly how this storm acts as a mechanism of social control. Society wants you to act the way things should be, normal, conform to the ideologies how life should be, not out of the ordinary. So basically, you have to follow along them. Like this image here of sorry about that, of these little bugs here. They're all red, except one is yellow. I know you can't see it here, Professor, but when I send you the slide, you will see it. Everyone is the same but one. Well, one of them is different from all of them. Think differently, act differently, dress differently, have a more open-minded, not closed-minded. Describe what will you do to violate the norm. I will dress widely and freely like a man at a gay parade. And I'll go up to my brother and grandpa with a wide smile, proud. Keep in mind, they're a Christian household, and the background of a Christian house does not accept different characteristics to them. Maybe some of them do, maybe some of them don't. Some of them bash them kids because they are not the same like their parents. What do you predict the major reaction will be? This is going to be interesting. I know for a fact my family will probably be like shocked, call me names after, because I know I'm gonna be recording. You're gonna see the video, miss. They're gonna just laugh. I know this, but after they're gonna be like, what are you doing? This, like when I went to Christian at Walmart, that was crazy. I do not want to do that ever again. It was, my social anxiety went up the roof, miss. It is like, when I went in there, people were just like looking at me differently, like if I was a monster. Let's go to the next one. Describe the setting. My house and a house of individuals in the middle street by my friend's house. There's also another video I'm going to send where I went to do it to my friend's little sister to see her reaction, because I wanted to see if her knowledge or her, or if she was getting the genes like her parents, because they're also a Christian household, like, to be treated how the raise they are. What is that word? What you see is what you wrote. Well, I think is that word. Basically. Next slide. Physical where is the norm violation taking place? Let me just fix this real quick. My nephew was missing on my laptop. When I come from my family, if they accept my choice of clothing, they see me every day wearing shorts and just a regular shirt. But they never expect me to be out of line with my style of shirts like this. Isn't odd in a Mexican Christian household? In a Mexican house that is strict. You have to be exactly in line. Let's go to the next slide. Social. How many and what types of persons are serving? When I went to Walmart, I noticed a lot of individuals will give me disgusted looks like I did belong there. But one lady in a rainbow shirt came up to me and said, "Be used to, you have to be gay and proud," even though I was kicked out for trying to film it all immediately. Target and Christian people were just laughing rather than giving me a mean look. Maybe some, but I only noticed the people who accepted gay individuals who gave me a smile. There was at least 30 individuals who noticed at Walmart, and Target 19 and Quick Trip 6. I'm sorry, miss. I'm getting social anxiety here just filming this. Describe the incident. Tell what happened. I walked into the living room and noticed my brothers and sisters sitting down on the couch relaxing. I pursued them to dress with tie, cleats, and a blouse on a hat. But before that happened, they were lost and didn't know what was going on because the camera was on. Once the film was done, they were calling me names. It doesn't mean that doesn't define me because it was informal to them. So they were suppressing me with angry comments. Summary and interpretation. Okay, this was interesting. I had never done this before, but you can see how society control and order came into the world. What society sees as normal must be done in everyone's daily life. The customs that everyone else finds you must obey, be conformed to. This may me to be more aware who really is close-minded and open-minded to the norms of the world. So basically, if I am, let's say, if everyone is a cop in my house, in order, they expect me to be a cop, so that's the way we were raised. If everyone in my house was a drug dealer, they expected me to drugs, do party, and I wasn't accustomed to the house rules or the beginning of the foundation of the house of what was going on with the family, the parents. I am different from them. On to the next one. How do you feel as you were violating the norm? I was just having a nervous breakdown because I was afraid people would judge me, might even harm me because of the way I was dressed. My social anxiety went up, but allowed me to understand how people who don't fit feel. I felt lonely because everyone showed me weird faces and I thought they didn't like how I looked. Oh, erased. Why did you feel the way you did? I felt that way because it made me think about people who don't fit in everyday life and how they deal with the issues every day. Do they feel lonely or they just used to it? I just never felt like this. My heart was pumping faster to being so nervous and scared of everyone's reaction. Do people react the way you expect to explain negative or positive feeling? I wasn't worried about one positive section like the lady at the Walmart. With the rest, it wasn't a harm, but rather laughing and mean mug. The atmosphere felt so negative because you feel that you're a backstreet from the rest of the people. Even with my family, I felt the same way after. There's an image here, you click it. It wasn't working on my PowerPoint. So if you just click it, Miss Professor Tatum. Did you count any difficulties, Karen? Yes. Like I said, I was reading so hard, like I couldn't. Like right now, I'm getting social anxiety. I got used to being conformed by society standards, following rules on how properly should dress. I was getting scared because I was getting into going to get informal sections about other people. Because the face-to-face interactions, like, is not for me. Because I begin to break down. Like, I sweat and I'm like, I'm getting like right now. It means there's no one in front of me. What if anything did you learn about how normal exercise will control? I learned that I paid more attention who doesn't fit in. I observe what is around me and who's the conformist and who's the outsider. I learned to be careful breaking some rules or violate them because that could lead to negative sanctions. Maybe some might not care, but there's always that one person who forces society's rules, being controlled by a culture, religion, political authority, and so on. Any other pertinent observations? Made me worry about the police. They are social enforcers of law, and that means they're making sure you are following law. The homeless are treated like a pile of dirt due to their state of condition, even if they're not criminals, but just because they stink and look bad. Did you hear that? Because they look bad, because they're not the same as we. They're treated like animals with no respect because of their role in society. Not even like animals. Some animals are treated better than homeless because homeless looks like they're drug dealers or they're drunks. Some of them might be, but not all of them. It's crazy how social norms work. And here in my notes, even it says right here, although deviance is the violation of social norms, it's not always punishable. It is not necessarily bad. So it's not always bad. It just depends how you are, how your characteristics are. And Professor Tatum, sorry that this PowerPoint you couldn't really see it, but I'm gonna send you the slide and the videos with my friend. And it was very difficult to do this because I have social anxiety. Yeah, almost saying it. Well, have a good day.